May I have your attention, please? This is Bert, and I'm a cop here in Bedford Falls. Let me be the first to welcome you to our fair town. Before you enter Bedford Falls, I need to make you aware of a few of our town ordinances. First of all, there are no cell phones allowed in Bedford Falls, so please make sure they're turned off. I'd hate to have to write you a ticket. Also, we take littering very seriously here, so please take your trash with you when you leave. There are receptacles located at the city limits. Now, the citizens of Bedford Falls don't mind having their pictures taken by visitors, but they do object to flash photography. Oh, and in the unlikely event we have to evacuate the town, exit signs are clearly marked around the perimeter. Well, I guess that about covers everything. Enjoy your stay in Bedford Falls, and, oh yeah, Merry Christmas.
Looks like we'll have to send someone down. A lot of people asking for help for a man named George Bailey. What day is it down there?
Christmas Eve.
Ah, tonight's his critical night. We must send someone quickly. Whose turn is it?
Clarence, sir.
Clarence. Hasn't got his wings yet, has he?
Well, you know, sir, he's got the IQ of a rabbit.
Yes. But he has the faith of a child and a good heart. George needs someone with a heart. Joseph, let's take a chance. Send for Clarence.
Coming, Joseph. I'm coming. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh. You sent for me, sir.
Yes, Clarence. There's a man in trouble.
Oh my. What seems to be the problem?
At exactly 10:45 tonight, Earth time, that man will be seriously thinking about throwing away God's greatest gift.
His life? Well, I only have a half hour to get dressed. What are folks wearing nowadays?
You will spend that time learning about George Bailey's life. I'll leave you with Joseph. He'll give you all the details. We mustn't fail George Bailey.
Oh, no, sir. I mean, yes, sir. Oh, sir. If I should accomplish this mission, sir, well, do you think might I perhaps win my wings? I've waited nearly 200 years now, sir. People are starting to talk.
Clarence, you do a good job of this, and I'll see that you get your wings.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now, where does this George Bailey live?
In the town of Bedford Falls.
Bedford Falls.
Do you see it?
I don't see anything. Where?
Ah, yes, I keep forgetting. You haven't got your wings yet. Here, let me help you. Now, let's go back in time to an earlier Christmas Eve when George was just a young boy growing up in Bedford Falls. Begin to see something.
Yes, I do. This is amazing.
Gower, George Bailey.
You're late.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Georgie. Hello, Mary.
2 cents worth of shoelaces, Violet?
She was here first. I'm still thinking.
Shoelaces?
Please, Georgie.
Coming right up.
He's cute, isn't he? Who? Georgie. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I like him. Oh. You like every boy. What's wrong with that?
Here you are.
Help me down?
Help you down?
Well, goodbye, Georgie.
Bye, Violet. Hey, how are you?
Fine. My name's Mary.
Hey, I'm George. Say, aren't you Marty Hatch's little sister?
Uh-huh.
Make up your mind yet?
I'll take chocolate.
Chocolate with coconut?
Oh, no, I don't like coconut.
Don't like coconut? Say, brainless, don't you know where coconuts come from? Looky here. From Tahiti, the Fiji Islands, oh, the Coral Sea.
Hey, I've never seen that magazine before.
Well, of course you never. Only us explorers can get it. I'm going out exploring someday, you watch. Gonna have me a couple of hounds and, well, maybe 3 or 4 wives. Hot dog!
Is this the ear you can't hear out of? George Bailey, I'm gonna love you until the day I die.
You say something?
I said I'll take coconut.
Well, make up your mind, female.
There's a boy who works at Gower's who is very inspirational. He is very inspirational because of many things. I come in at 5'11" and he smiles and says,
How are you?
when he smiles and says,
How are you?
I can swear my heart grows wings. So today at 5'11", I decided I should meet him. I decided I should meet him in a proper, formal way. So today at 5'11", when he smiles and says,
How are you?
I said, fine, and my name's Mary. And he softly answered, hey. Then he asked me for my order, and could I please not take too long? Then he said his name is George, which provides the inspiration for this song. Georgie, the soda boy, bring me chocolate, bring me joy. Oh, Georgie, the soda boy, I love him, I love him, I love him. So I'd like to get my nerve up to tell him what I'm thinking. But if I told him what I'm thinking, I'd feel like such a dope. But I think he kinda likes me, and I wonder what he's thinking. Not knowing what he's thinking, well, it fills my heart with hope. And he smoothly flicked the lever to prepare my chocolate soda. But for me, he made it double and didn't think I knew. Yes, I saw him flick the lever, and for me, he made it double. And I knew that double soda meant that Georgie loved me too. I said, how much do I owe you? And he gave me such a handsome grin. He said, keep the 15 cents because this double soda was on him. Ow! Georgie, the soda boy, bring me chocolate, bring me joy. Oh, Georgie, the soda boy, I love him, I love him, I love him. All of my life, my heart has waited. Who'd have thought that
George!
Yes, sir?
You're not paid to loaf around.
No, sir.
Now get back to work.
Yes, sir. Mr. Gower, can I get you anything?
No.
Oh, no. Is there anything I can do for you, Mr. Gower?
I just finished filling these capsules with medicine for Mrs. Blaine. I would like you to take them to her just as soon as I am done counting them.
You filled those capsules with medicine from this bottle, Mr. Gower?
Yes, that's right. Why? Is that any business of yours?
No, none at all.
Oh.
Sorry. I'll get them. Let me get them.
Now look what you've done, you clumsy oaf! All that expensive medication's wasted! What are you trying to do? Ruin me?
Mr. Gower, you don't know what you're doing. You put something wrong in these capsules. I know you're upset, but you put something bad in these capsules. Just look at the bottle you took the medicine from, Mr. Gower. It's poison, I tell you. I know you feel bad, but I didn't know what else to do, and...
Oh, George! I'm sorry, George!
I won't ever tell a soul, Mr. Gower. Hope to die I won't.
Young George did a noble thing.
Just one of many good and noble things that George did for the people in his life. You see, Mr. Gower's grief that day was understandable. He just received cable that his son had died unexpectedly. From that day forward, Mr. Gower was eternally indebted to George for preventing a near tragedy.
You know, I like this George Bailey. Tell me, did he ever tell anyone about the pills?
Not a soul.
Where? Did he ever marry the girl? Did he ever go exploring?
Hold on, Clarence. Let's move forward a few years and see.
Yes.
Thanks again for coming in, folks. Oh, well, if it isn't George Bailey, what can I do for you, my friend?
I need a suitcase, Joe, and not too expensive.
I think I might have just the thing. This here's the slickest number in the shop, George. It's an overnight bag, genuine Russian Morocco, and a combination love.
No. I don't want something for one night. I need something for 101 nights with plenty of room for labels from Egypt and France and Asia. A big one, Joe.
I see. Oh, well, I don't suppose you'd like this broken down old job, then, would you?
Now we're talking. How much is this one?
No charge.
How's that? You know I'm deaf in one ear, but it sounded as if you said no charge.
That's right.
But this one has my name on it.
It's a little Christmas present from old man Gower. He came down and picked it out himself.
What do you know? My old boss. Gee, what do you know?
So tell me, George, how long are you going to be gone?
8 months. Then I'm coming back for college next fall.
College? I thought you'd given up on that idea when you went into the building and loan business with your father.
No, I've just been working there the last 3 years to get me enough money to see me through school, that's all.
No, so tell me, where are you going to go on this trip?
Gosh, Joe, there are so many fabulous faraway places to see. Looky here, Joe, such as Mexico, Sweden, Hawaii, Japan, and Capri. There are so many wonderful, fabulous places, mountains and jungles and desert oasis. Pleasant as home is, it isn't what Rome is, so why stay here when there are so many fabulous, faraway places to see? Why should Spain and Tahiti and Rio just be only names to you and me? I feel certain there's people I'd be glad to know there, so tell me why don't I just get up and go there? Go to those fabulous places I'm longing to be. Like Bangkok, Hong Kong, Paris and Venice, Tokyo and Cairo and Lisbon and London. Wonderful, fabulous places I'm longing to see. Come visit Tokyo, Japan, the jewel of the Orient, the land of the rising sun. See the towering pagodas and smell the fragrant cherry blossoms. Wow! Well, of course, the Eiffel Tower. Paris and Venice, Tokyo and Cairo and Lisbon and London, Siam, Siena, Vienna, Verona, Java, Jamaica, Bombay, Barcelona. Show me those fabulous places I'm longing to see.
Well, did George ever get to take his trip?
He planned to leave right after the Christmas holidays, but a series of events occurred that Christmas that would forever change the course of George's life.
What events?
Well, like the time his younger brother Harry invited him to his high school's Christmas dance.
What happened? Did Mary show up?
All in good time, Clarence. Now, pay attention.
Yes, sir.
George? George, gee, thanks for coming to the big holiday dance.
I still got a couple of days before I leave on my trip, Harry. Besides, I wanted to see that new gymnasium floor everyone's been talking about.
Pretty keen idea putting a swimming pool right underneath the basketball courts, huh?
That's right. And besides, I told Ma I'd try and keep you out of trouble, little brother.
Come on with that. Oh, speaking of trouble, don't look now, but here comes Violet.
Good evening, Mr. Bailey.
Hello, Violet. Gee, Violet, you look swell. That's some dress you got on.
This old thing? I only put this on when I don't care how I look.
Hey, not so fast.
Trouble, yeah, you're right. Oh, George, I've been meaning to tell you, I ran into Mary Haps the other day. Say, why don't you ask her to dance?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel funny enough already around all these kids.
Come on, be a sport. Just have one little dance with her. It'll be the thrill of the life.
All right, maybe one dance. I don't want to be a wet nurse to some high schooler.
No, she'll be thrilled. Come on, let's go find her.
So anyway, Mary, there I was, running in the second lane. And as I came into third place...
Hey, do you want to dance?
Oh, hey, excuse me, but Mary is mine, too.
Why don't you go away and stop annoying people?
Hey! Oh.
You look at me as if you didn't even know me.
Well, I don't.
Well, I came by the soda shop just about every day.
That was a little girl named Mary Hatch. That wasn't you.
Attention, attention! Woohoo! As chairwoman of the Bedford Falls High School Social Committee, I'd like to welcome everyone to the annual Christmas dance. So grab your partners, because the big dance contest is about to begin. As you listen to the band, don't you get a bubble?
Did she say dance contest?
As you listen to them play, don't you get a glow? I'm not very good. You step out on the floor.
Me neither, so what do we have to lose, right?
When you go to dance, you'll
Should we
forget
watch
your
first?
woes. So come, get together, let the dance floor feel your head.
I think I can do that.
As a feather,
Should we
let's
try?
go. Come,
to death at that dance.
Me too. Hey, do I look as funny as you do right now?
Well, if it wasn't me talking, I'd say you were the prettiest girl in town. You look wonderful, Mary.
Well, why don't you say it?
Well, maybe I will say it. What happened to you? I mean, when'd you get to be so... Well, how old are you anyway?
18.
18? Can you beat that? Why, it was only last year you were 17.
Too young or too old?
Just right. Your age suits you. You look a little older with your clothes on. I mean, younger in a dress. Oh, you know what I mean. Hey, you know they say if you make a wish and break a window at the old Granville house, it'll come true?
No, George, don't. I love that old house. I'd like to live in it someday.
I wouldn't live in it as a ghost.
Well, what'd you wish for?
I don't have to make a wish, Mary. I know what I'm gonna do today, tomorrow, and the next year, and the year after that. I'm shaking the dust off this crummy old town. I'm gonna see the world, Italy, Greece, the Parthenon, the Colosseum. Then I'm gonna go to college, see how much they know. And after that, I'm gonna build things. Airfields, skyscrapers 100 stories high, bridges a mile long, and when that's done, I'm going to... You gonna throw that rock? What'd you wish for, Mary?
Well, if I told you, it might not come true.
Fair enough. What is it you want? The moon? Just say the word. I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down for you. Then you can swallow it and moonbeams will shoot out your fingers and toes and the ends of your hair. Am I talking too much?
Yes! Why don't you kiss her instead of talking her to death?
How's that?
He said, why don't you kiss her?
Kiss her, huh?
Kids these days.
You said it! Youth is wasted on the wrong people! Why, when I was a boy, all we had to eat was dirt!
You had dirt? You were lucky, boy. That was Christmas dinner for us, pal.
Hey, you fellas get back here and I'll show you some kissing that'll fog up your glasses.
George, come quick! Pa had a stroke.
What? I've got to go. I'm sorry, Mary.
Oh, dear. George's father didn't make it, did he?
I'm afraid not. And George had to cancel his plans to travel and go to school in order to prevent Mr. Potter from taking over his father's building and loan business.
Mr. Potter?
Henry F. Potter, the wealthiest man in town with a heart of stone, a bitter and greedy soul.
Well, I don't like him.
You're not supposed to.
What happened to George?
George kept the building and loan going. He also gave all of his travel and school money to Harry to go to college in his place.
Well,
George, meanwhile, got 4 years older, waiting for Harry to return and run the building and loan, as they had agreed. But when Harry did return, he brought a surprise.
surprise?
Harry returned from college with more than just a degree. He also brought along his new wife. Harry also told George that his father-in-law had gotten him a job out of town. You can imagine George's disappointment.
Poor George.
Yes, not wanting to get in the way of his little brother's happiness, George resigned himself to his fate of never leaving Bedford Falls.
Will you two go on inside and make yourselves at home? We'll be right in. Well, isn't that exciting news about Harry? A new bride and a new job. Well, isn't it wonderful?
Terrific.
Well, don't be like that, George.
I'm sorry, Ma.
How do you like her?
Ruth?
Well, yeah.
She seems like a great gal. Harry's a lucky man.
Well, it looks like she'll keep Harry on his toes.
Keep him out of Bedford Falls, anyway.
Did you hear that Mary Hatch was back from school? Well, got back 3 days ago. Nice girl, that Mary. The kind of girl that will help you find the answers, George. Oh, stop grunting. Can you give me one good reason why you shouldn't go and call on Mary?
She isn't interested in me.
She lights up like a firefly when you're around. Just go on over and see her.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
Now, scoot. Wish you love
luggage all loaded up out back. How about a cab ride to the train station? On the house.
Well, it's mighty nice of you, Ernie. What do you say, Mary? Walk or ride?
Oh, you know how much I love the snow. Let's walk. The station's not far.
Very well, madame.
Huh?
That's French, you know.
Oh, well, oui, monsieur. After you.
See, boo, I'll go get your luggage.
All right.
Say, where are you two lovebirds going for your honeymoon?
See this, Ernie? Know what we're gonna do? Shoot the works, a whole week in New York. The highest hotel, the oldest champagne, the hottest music, and the prettiest bar.
Oh, hot dog, then what?
Then what, honey?
Well, after that, who cares?
That's right, who cares? Goodbye, Bedford Falls. Goodbye, building and loan. We are sneaking out and never coming back. I don't need a mansion. One small room will do. I'll have a wonderful life if I have you.
Don't eat Persian carpets under my settee. I'll have a wonderful life if you have me.
Who needs a livery chauffeur in a new Rolls Royce?
If you're with me on model day, you'll be a dandy choice.
If a car's too costly, I won't mind the bus. I'll be content whatever we have, long as we both have us.
We'll have a
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life.
I love you two better be gone.
Who needs trips to Paris, Budapest or Rome? We'll have a wonderful life at home, sweet home.
no majestic stage view offered by Cunard can match the hammock we'll share in our
Come on, Ernie.
backyard.
Summers at Saratoga, maybe out of reach.
Winters made out of wonderful Caribbean beach.
Winters will be frozen,
Summers will be fried.
90 above or 20 below, long as we're side by side. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life. I don't demand perfection.
I'm not hard to please.
So if we keep it nice and simple, life should be a breeze, Ernie. You know all my foibles.
You know all my quirks.
I do, whether it's love or mutual aid, long as the darn thing works. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life.
Hey, something's going on. I've never seen one before, but it looks like a run on the bank.
A run on the bank?
George, let's not stop. Let's go.
Just a minute, Mary. Just a minute.
Goodness, what happened, Joseph?
People panicked. Mr. Potter took over the bank, and then he went after the building and loan. But thanks to Mary's quick thinking, they were able to keep the business going that dark day.
Well, how? What did she do?
She generously forfeited their honeymoon money in order to pay off the panicked customers.
Well, what happened after that? Did they ever get to go on a honeymoon?
No. George and Mary had no choice but to remain in Bedford Falls. They bought the old Granville house and fixed it up as best they could, considering George's modest income. They eventually started a family, but in time, life became painfully routine for George. Trapped an unfulfilled existence running the building alone. That is until the day his business partner, his bumbling old Uncle Billy, misplaced an $8,000 deposit. George became desperate at the thought of losing everything, facing ruin and public disgrace. Which brings us to earlier tonight, Clarence. Seeing no other way out and foregoing his pride, George went to Mr. Potter to ask for a loan.
Not Mr. Potter.
Yes, George, what can I do for you?
I hate to disturb you, Mr. Potter, but
Too late. You already have. Sit down, George.
I'll just get right to the point. Mr. Potter, I'm in trouble and I need your help. Through an accident, my company is short in its accounts. The bank examiner came by today and I need to raise $8,000 immediately.
Oh, that's the reason the reporters are looking for you.
Reporters?
Yes, and I understand that a man from the DA's office is interested in talking to you, too. Couldn't be there was a slight discrepancy in the books, could it, George?
No, sir, nothing wrong with the books. I misplaced $8,000 and I can't find it anywhere.
You misplaced it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why didn't you call the police?
I didn't want that kind of publicity.
Oh, they'll believe that one. So, what have you been doing, George? Playing the market with the company's money?
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, what about all your other friends? Can't they help you?
They don't have that kind of money, Mr. Potter. You're the only man in town that can help me.
I see. I see. Suddenly I've become important. Well, what sort of security would I have? Have you any stock?
No, sir.
Bonds, real estate, collateral of any kind?
I have a life insurance policy worth $15,000.
And how much is your equity in it?
About $500.
500? Look at you. You used to be so cocky. You were going to go out and conquer the world, and now here you are. A miserable little clerk crawling on your hands and knees begging for help. No securities, no stocks, no bonds, nothing but a measly $500 equity in a life insurance policy. Why, you're worth more dead than alive. I'll tell you what I'm going to do as a shareholder in the building and loan. I'm going to swear out a warrant for your arrest.
No, Mr. Potter.
Misappropriation of funds.
It isn't like that.
Manipulation. Malfeasance. Go on. You can't hide in a little town like this. Here's what you haven't learned yet, George. Money makes the world go round. The world go round. The world go round. Money makes the world go round. It makes the world go round. A mark, a yen, a buck, or a pound. A buck, or a pound. A buck, or a pound.
not much of a praying man, but if you're up there and you can hear me, I need you to show me the way. I'm at the end of my rope. Just show me the way, please. Please show me the way. I'm all alone.
He's all alone.
All by myself. I cannot face tomorrow. I'm all alone. Quite all alone. No one to share my sorrow.
Each one of us is all alone. So what are we to do in order to get through? We must be lonely side by side. It's a perfect way to hide. No, you're not.
So
You're not forgotten.
by myself, I'm all
No, you mustn't do that. Please don't do that. No, please.
Clarence, it's 10:45. Here's your one chance to save George Bailey. We mustn't fail him in his time of need. Do something, Clarence, before it's too late. Now, Clarence, now!
Save me. I'm drowning.
Hold on, I'll save you!
That was quite a swim.
What happened?
I just pulled this guy out of the river. Come here, little fella, have a seat and warm up.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'll just hang our coats by the stove to dry.
Ah, that's quite kind of you.
Say, where'd you get these funny-looking clothes at anyway? On your way to some kind of costume party?
No. My wife gave me that suit on my last birthday. I passed away in it.
Well, how'd you happen to fall in anyhow?
Oh, I didn't fall in. I jumped in to save you.
To save me?
Well, I did, didn't I? You didn't go through with it, did you?
With what?
Suicide. That's why I jumped in. I knew I had to act quickly, and I knew if I were drowning, you would try to save me. And you see, you did. That's how I saved you. Yes, well, that's why I was sent down here, George.
Sent down from where?
Heaven?
All right, very funny. And another thing, how do you know my name?
I know all about you, George. Why, I've watched you grow up from a little boy.
What are you, some kind of mind reader?
No, a mind reader.
Well, then who are you, the ghost of Christmas past?
No, he's over at the Opera House. I am Clarence Oddbody, AS2.
AS2?
Angel, second class.
I quit.
Cheerio, my good man. Hey, you see, George, well, I am the answer to your prayers. I am your guardian angel.
Well, you look like the kind of angel I'd get. Where are your wings?
Well, I haven't won them yet. I have to earn them, you know. You will help me with that, won't you?
Sure. How?
Well, by letting me help you. Ridiculous of you, thinking of killing yourself for money. $8,000.
Hey, how do you know about that? That's right. I forgot you're an angel.
Second class. That is until you help me win my wings.
Well, you don't happen to have $8,000 on you, do you?
No, George. We have no use for money in heaven.
Well, it comes in pretty handy down here, bub. I just found out too late. That's why I'm worth more dead than alive.
Now look here. You mustn't talk like that. Well, I won't get my wings with that attitude. Cheer up, George. You know what they say.
No, Clarence, what do they say?
Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Give it a try, come on. Life seems jolly rotten, something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly counts. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. Take it, boys.
Always look on the bright side of life.
They travel with me everywhere. Yeah.
Always look on the bright side of life.
For life is quite absurd. Death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Just forget about your sin. Give the audience a grin. Enjoy it. It's your last chance anyhow. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Not bad, eh? I taught him all that choreo myself. Yeah. That's my boys. Always look on the bright side of life. 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 Take it home, boys. Always look on the bright side of life. Are you listening, George? Always look on the bright side of life. Side of life. Side of You just don't know all the wonderful things you've done for the people in your life. Why, if it hadn't been for you.
If it hadn't been for me, everyone would be a lot better off. My wife, kids, friends. Maybe it would have been better if I had just never been born at all.
What did you say?
I said I wish I'd never been born.
Now, you must... Wait a minute. There's an idea. What do you think?
What do you mean, what do I
Yes.
think?
That should do. All right, you've got your wish. You have never been born. You don't exist. Not a care in the world. No worries, no obligations, no $8,000.
Hey, say something in this ear.
You can hear out of it.
That's the doggonedest thing. I haven't heard out of that ear since I was a kid.
I know.
Must have been the cold water that did it.
Must have been.
Well, as soon as our coats dry...
Our coats are dry, George.
So they are.
So they are.
Well, let's stroll on over to my place and we can... Excuse me, I'll stroll. You can fly.
But I can't fly. I haven't got my wings. you understand. It's because you weren't born.
If I wasn't born, then who am I?
You're nobody. You have no identity. You see, George, you've been given a great gift here. A chance to see what this world would be like without you in it.
Stop it! Stop it! You hear, you're crazy, that's what I think, and you're driving me crazy too. You've got me seeing things. Hey, buddy, what happened to Bedford Falls?
You mean Pottersville?
No, Bedford Falls.
Buddy, don't you think I know where you live?
Easy, fella. Violet? Mr. Gower, it's me, George Bailey. You know who I am, don't you?
Mister, I've never seen you before in my life. Hands off the merchandise.
Violet?
Hey, why don't you try sleeping it off, buddy? That always worked for me.
Mr. Gower? What's the matter with them? Why don't they know who I am?
You weren't there to stop bad things from happening to you, George. You weren't there to loan Violet money to start a new life, or to prevent Mr. Gower from filling those capsules with poison.
Mom.
You don't exist, George, remember?
No, it's me, George.
George who?
You don't know who I am?
What?
Ma, something's happened to me, to everyone. Look, you're Louise Bailey, and Uncle Billy is your brother-in-law.
You know him?
Of course I do.
Well, when's the last time you saw him?
Today, at his house.
That's a lie. He's been at the insane asylum ever since he lost his business.
Insane asylum?
Listen, if you ask
Uncle
me, you
Billy?
belong there too. Now you
No,
go
it's
away.
me, it's George.
No, go away.
Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives, and if he's not around, well, he leaves an awful hole, doesn't he?
You're no angel. You're a devil. That's right. I've heard of this before. You've got me under some kind of spell.
You see, George, you've really had a wonderful life. And don't you see what a mistake it would be to throw it away?
Listen, you Clarence, real or ghost, whatever you are. Where is Mary? Where's my wife?
I am not supposed to talk about.
Where is she?
Well, she's an old maid. She never married.
Where is she before I strangled you?
She just closed the library. Dear.
So,
There must be an easier way to get my wings.
Mary, it's me, George. What happened?
Hey, what's going on here? Hey, no, you, hey, get back here. Hey!
Clarence! Clarence, where'd you go? I want to live again, Clarence, please. Get me back to my wife and kids. God, I want to live again, please. Please let me live again, please. Please. Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. People always say life is full of choices. No one ever mentions fear or to home, love, family. I will never be complete until I find you. Still needs to know. Yes, let this be a sign. Let this road be mine. Let it lead me to my past and bring me home. Mary?
George!
Mary? It's you! Let me help you!
Ben! Oh! We've been looking everywhere for you. Even the police have been looking for you.
Yes, you probably have a warrant for my arrest, don't you? Isn't it wonderful, Mary? I'm going to jail! Merry Christmas! You're never gonna believe what happened to me, Mary.
You're never gonna believe what happened to me, George. It's a miracle!
You've never seen anything like it, George. You've never seen anything like it.
Oh, it's all for you, George.
It's the least I could do. I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it weren't for you, George.
I was saving this for a rainy day, but what the heck, it's Christmas.
We couldn't do it without you, George.
Bless you.
Thank you. I have never forgotten George.
Mr. Gower.
Mary did it, George. She told a few people in town you were in trouble, and then, well, like a prairie fire, they scattered about the town, collected money. No questions asked. All they said was that George is in trouble. Oh, you can count on me. Quarters, dimes, dollars, George. You've never seen anything like it.
Hello, George, Mary. It looks like I showed up too late.
Harry, you son of a gun, what are you doing here?
I left as soon as I got Mary's wire. Hey, everybody, let's hear from my big brother, George, the richest man in town.
Like a soft embracing song. From a distance, the words sound sweet and dear, and all is bright and calm. From a distance, we are instruments marching in a common band.
took it to tweet.